Stone carving. This is a very old and nowadays practically disappeared profession, but 8 centuries ago it was very popular here in Scandinavia. There are more than 3,000 rune stones in Nordic countries, and 80% of them are in Sweden. In Norway and Denmark there are not so many runic stones like in Sweden. On the Danish territory they are concentrated in Jutland, Zealand and the Island of Bornholm. Bornholm is a small nice place in the Baltic Sea with a very long history. In the past, the island was repeatedly passed from hand to hand. These stones were a debarkation place for the Danes, then the Swedes, and then the Danes again and again. Oh, if these stones could speak! But there are also such stones that can talk. They were specially erected in prominent places, so they could tell about people and events. This round church is almost 1,000 years old. Inside there are 2 of runestones. Teddy and Miranda are scanning the stones using 3D Artec scanners. Professor Laila Åfild from Swedish National Heritage Board, who initiated this project, is watching the process. Our team works with 2 scanners. Eva gives fast overall dimensions, and Artec Space Spider is very good for carving details. Powerful computer delivers the results in real time. Runic alphabet, also known as Futhark, was invented specially for carving. It looks like secret characters, but there is nothing hidden. All runic texts are decrypted. Kobe Sven set up this stone after his son Bosse, the good man, who was killed at Udlenge. May God and Saint Michael help his soul. It's written on this stone. Most of the monuments were erected in commemoration of dead relatives. We don't know who was Kobe Sven, neither about his son. Even a battle near Udlenge is not known from the other sources. Seems the details of this story are forever lost in dust of centuries. What else can we know about that? How 3D scanning can help the scientists?
Well, this 3D scanning we do of runestones with high resolution, it helps us to study the carving techniques of the individual rune carvers. And this is important because the rune carvers, they were the first native writers in Scandinavia. They introduced literacy, so to say. So, and their carving techniques, that is like hand carving or handwriting. So it's like studying paleography, but we study the microtopography of the grooves, of the actual runes and ornaments. And by this we can link stones together to the same carver, or we can distinguish various carving traditions, so to say, like handicraft areas. So in this project we are going to compare the islands Öland, Gotland and Bornholm.
That's why we drive across the island. Laila wants to know more about stone calligraphy in a hope to identify the carvers. The unpredictable Baltic weather is trying to interrupt our next scanning. But Teddy is unbelievably fast, and we close backpacks with the equipment just a couple minutes before rain. 2 more runestones are in 3D now. Next day starts with a challenge. The height of this giant is more than 2 meters. But it is not all. Scanners are not happy with the bright sun, so both Teddy and Miranda have to create a shadow. I think that Miranda does it better. There are more than 30 runestones in Bornholm, so the show must go on. Teddy looks tired but satisfied.
With this large object, it's difficult to, capture all the surfaces for something as big as 2.5 meters. To scan this with a field of view of the Space Spider, you have to imagine that you're only scanning this much at a time. and for this stone it was 4 sides times 2.5 meters.
Was it really the biggest object you have scanned?
Yes, by far. It's the absolute biggest spider scan that we've ever done.
Miranda demonstrates first samples from her smartphone. And on my back way to Sweden, I think that this is amazing, that modern technologies open the doors to the past.